Hi everyone and welcome to my unboxing video of Akiba's Trip 2 Director's Cut 10th Anniversary Edition. And let me get rid of the wrapping first so we don't have to deal with this annoying glaring on the surface. After the first game in the series got its own 10th anniversary new release, I've been wanting to go back and play this second game as well. But there was one little thing about the original release of the game that was kind of little problem for me. Because the character in the game, Kati Räikkönen, which obviously was my favorite character because I'm from Finland and I always get excited to see Finnish characters in games. But in the original game she felt like quite major character for the story, but for some reason she didn't get her own story, route and endings and so on, so she ended up being more like side character. But as it might be possible to guess from the cover already, with this new director's cut, she gets much more content in the game. So she gets her own story scenario, route, endings, and also, if I'm not mistaken, there's also new like major ending for the story related to her story route. So yeah, I'm quite excited to finally play again this new version of the game with all the new content for my favorite character. Otherwise, I believe the game is pretty much same as it was 10 years ago when it was originally released. All the costume DLC and so on is included in this new release. So no need to buy those again. But anyway, let's open the box and see all the contents of this 10th anniversary edition. So, what do we have here? Couple books, official complete guide for the game. So like guidebook. To take you through the game, and more like visual book for artwork of the game. And here we have soundtrack. I believe there should be a couple discs, yeah. And last thing is the game itself. So it's going to be quite a lot of page turning again because of the two different books. But before we start going through those, let's take a quick look at the other items here. Starting with the soundtrack of the game. Seems quite lovely to have Kati featured on pretty much all of these, making sure the player understands she's the new focus of the game in this new director's cut. So yeah, couple disc soundtrack. And maybe the track list is in here, in the little booklet. Yeah, track list. So 39 tracks on the first disc and 26 on the second, and also lyrics for at least couple vocal songs. Yeah, more in here. And even more. Was there this many vocal songs in the game? Well, was there like different ending theme for each character? Maybe that was the case. So yeah, maybe that explains why there's so many vocal songs. But yeah, that's great. So, should we take a look at the game box and leave the books at the end? So simply the disc, and nice little detail is that the disc is featuring the cover art of the original version of the game. Or at least I remember that being cover art with the PS4 version of the game. Maybe the original PS3 version had different cover, but at least the PS4 version had that. And simply mention of the and QR codes for the manual. So yeah, that was the game box. And now let's start with the Akiba's nib type, the Akiba's visual magazine. So basically it's like art book, but in this like magazine type visual style. I always love this. So these look like almost like cut off paper dolls, but I'm not expecting anyone to actually cut them off. And nice full page illustration. And even more of them. So lovely. Oh, some more fan service illustrations also. And back to more casual style. Oh, I think my living room is starting to slowly look like these shelves full of games. Almost a little embarrassing, but yeah, really lovely picture or illustration. At least I don't have any arcade machines in my living room. At least yet. And some vertical one as well. cute cat. Or was that kitty more like? Yeah, I love the amount of illustration artwork here. I'm so nicely surprised by this. There's been too many art books lately with only like the cover illustrations in the art book and rest being only like character artwork. But yeah. This is more like what I love with these art books. Whole page illustrations. And at the end, even some 4-panel comics. Feel free to read them if you understand the language. I'm not going to start translating these on fly. I'll do that after the video. Oh, even some Finnish in here. Akiba maailma. World of Akiba. So clearly, cut is getting a lot of attention in this new director's cut of the game. But yeah, it's been 10 years since the original release, so finally she gets her attention as well. And also credits for each illustration and also quick comments for each illustration. I can't speak. Comments by the artist, let's say that way, because I can't pronounce the word illustrator. Okay. And almost looks like a little board game with the starting point and so little events for the special spots on the map. I suppose you could actually play this. Oh, and yeah, is there like QR code for the board game? So you don't actually have to cut the player and dice pieces out. You can just use the QR code to print them yourself. That makes much more sense. But yeah, I love the art book because of the huge amount of illustrations. I love those. And I also love this kind of magazine style. Visual style for the book. And next, the official guide of the game. I remember there was like this guide with the first game's 10th year anniversary edition, and there was this little problem that the guide was actually just reprint of the original release. So while it was quite a nice guide and it helps me to get the different endings, it was missing some content because it was just a reprint of old guide and it was missing some of the new contents. I'm wondering if this is same. So that would mean it's missing the most important part. how do you get the Katis ending if it's just reprint? Maybe we'll find out. So yeah, contents. Yeah. Short introduction of the story and systems, missions, and Akiba's coordinate, data. Oh, and there's actually some illustration artwork here as well. So yeah, something at the end to wait. So yeah, at least starts with the illustration artwork of the original release, so this might be just a reprint of the old guide. But yeah, here's the more usual character artwork and short introductions of them and some detailed info. Oh, sorry. I can hear some child crying outside. I hope the camera doesn't pick that. And some side characters that you meet during the story. So Akiba's system. So I'm expecting like explanation of the different mechanics in the game, maybe. At least starts with the map of Akihabara that you're exploring. And cafe, so it seems like the different shops that you can visit and what's available at each shop and the prices and so on. So if you are missing specific item, you can quickly try searching it here and see which shop is selling that item and where is that shop located in the map and so on. These are quite useful. Of course, these are available online usually. The same info, so maybe it's faster to Google the info instead of trying to find it on old style guidebook. And some mini games explained how do you play them and so on. And yeah, more guides for the different events like the maid cafe and so on. Maybe I'm somewhat old-fashioned. I just love using these guidebooks when playing the game. Even though the first game's guidebook was a little outdated, I still used it quite a lot to figure out some things and details about the game. the team battle arena minigame. There's so much different minigames in the game that you can play through. Level up. So explaining the leveling up, I believe. And what you unlock through that and so on. And trophies. I do like collecting trophies, so and next Akiba's mission. So is this like the main mission? I was wondering if it's main mission or the side mission, so what is it? Maybe just explaining the structure of the guide, how to follow the chart and so on. Prologue here. And the different choices and how they affect the story. Yeah, this part is probably going to be quite useful when seeing the different choices and how they affect the story. Trying to quickly see how was the story structured, if there's... oh, now we are at the submissions. I'm still not sure if it's just a reprint of the old guide or does this include the new missions as well. But yeah, at least I can see the old missions here. And for the submissions, I would guess there's not huge amount of new those. It's probably just the Kati's story that is new. And explanation of the different endings. And can't see the names here. Whose endings they are. But yeah, I'll figure it out at some point if it's including any of the new content. So Akiba's coordinate. What we have here. The different costumes that you can find during the game. So many costumes to collect. One of those games that feel so overwhelming to start because I always have this idea of collecting everything in these games. But yeah, trying to find each clothing piece is going to be quite a lot of work. So maybe I won't try to find everything because, as you can see, there's huge amount of costumes to collect. next, Akiba's data. NPC data, starting with main mission NPC. So yeah, huge amount of info with so small print. Basically, this is now explaining where you find each of these characters. So if you're missing some piece of clothing, now you can see where they can appear. Yeah, equipment sets and so on. Drop item sets, so what each characters drop. Yeah. Huge amount of info to help you collect everything if you so desire. And Akiba's illustration, so quite huge amount of pages still left. So yeah, here's the, yeah, it says package illustration for the original release, so I did remember correctly when I saw the artwork on the disc. And main visual. So yeah, especially this part makes me think that this must be the reprint of the old guide. So I'll have to figure out how to get Kati's story and the new ending myself. And yeah, a lot of fan service artwork that used to be quite normal still 10 years ago, so not surprising to see that kind of artwork in these reprints of older books. Much less nowadays, even though the new art book also included a little bit of those as well. So events, the different artwork of the main story. So yeah, quite a lot of this type of artwork in here. I believe that is this way, horizontal instead of vertical. Maybe that as well. Yeah, this feels almost a little bit weird even to me after so many years of not having this much fan service on New Year games. Did I? No, I guess the last page is much thicker than other pages were. But yeah, that was the official complete guide, but I believe it's not complete anymore because I think this didn't include the new contents included in the director's cut. But yeah, otherwise quite complete guide with all those lists of items and so on. And I believe it's still going to be quite useful when going through the story with the other characters and so on. I only have to figure out the Kathy's new route. But anyway, I guess that's everything. Thanks for watching and bye.